If this feels familiar, if you know what it's like to carry everything and somehow still feel like dropping yourself, then stay right here, because this is for you. We've all known that feeling. The quiet, private collapse. On the outside, you're upright and seem fine. On the inside, you're shaking, and fine is far from the truth. But what if I told you that the problem wasn't a sign of weakness? It was that you've been carrying too much for too long alone. Burnout doesn't announce itself. It doesn't knock on the door and make a scene. It creeps in. It starts as a tired morning, a tired week, and then, before you've realized it, it's become a tired identity. Because when you go through burnout, you don't fall apart dramatically. You crumble quietly. And most people will never notice the collapse because you're too busy holding everything up. Responsibility becomes routine. Routine becomes expectation. Expectation becomes weight. And weight is what leads to burnout. And somewhere along the way, you stopped checking in with yourself, stopped making sure you were okay, that you were having a moment for yourself. You think that you're coping, but in reality, you're carrying too much, carrying quietly, carrying yourself closer to burnout. But here's the part that nobody's told you. When you become the one that holds everything together, you become the one who breaks quietly. Your mind gets loud, your body gets heavy. You start snapping at small things, not because you're angry, but because you're overloaded, right? That feeling that the next thing that happens will be the thing that sets you off. That feeling isn't coming from you. That feeling comes from being overloaded, being burnt out, and being overwhelmed. Your relationships start to bend. Not because the people you care about or the people you love feel like less to you, you care about them less, but because you've got nothing left to give in that moment. And the worst part of that is that you then blame yourself for not being enough for them. But the truth is actually quite simple. You were never supposed to carry this much weight. Certainly not on your own. You're not failing. You're over-functioning. And normally you're over-functioning because you're the only one that either has the patience to do it or the strength to do it. But at no point does that mean you should do it on your own. And that leads to the one big lie that we all tell ourselves. People think capacity is a measure of strength, right? Because the more capable you are, the more you can handle, the stronger you are. Wrong. Capacity is a measure of bandwidth. And bandwidth shrinks when you don't rest, you don't offload, you don't ask for support, and when you keep pretending that you're fine. You don't break because you're weak. You break because you never stop. And if you can see that, or if what I'm saying is hitting you in the chest, that's the start of awareness. Now, awareness isn't fixing the problem. It's noticing the weight that you're carrying. And you can't change what you refuse to acknowledge. If you choose not to acknowledge You choose not to change, right? You can't change what you refuse to acknowledge. And you can't breathe easily until you've admitted to yourself that you're suffocating under the weight that you're carrying. And that's why next week, everything changes. Because your first step out of overwhelm, out of overloading, out of burnout is not action. It's awareness. Let me say something to you very quickly. And I want you to take this and I want you to hold on to it. Awareness brings clarity. Clarity brings choice. Choice provides change. You don't have to fix your entire life today. You just have to notice what's heavy right now. Because once you can name that weight and you can acknowledge that it's there, you can understand how heavy it is and you can start to put it down. And next week, I'm actually going to walk through with all of you a 5 stages of awareness model that I use at home, not just for me, but for my kids, my partner, my family. And we use this to keep ourselves, all of us, grounded so that we all know where we are. And this isn't something I found online. I wrote this myself. And next week, I will share it all with you. And then if you want to use this model yourself, you're more than welcome to. But this is what I use to stop myself from breaking. You don't deserve to live a life that crushes you every day. You deserve a life where you get to choose what you carry and what you put down. If you only take one thing away from this episode, please let it be this. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're not weak. You're overwhelmed, tired, burnt out, stressed. And if you feel like any of that is true, here's the one big thing that I need you to know. You are not alone. I have been exactly where that feeling lives, and I still end up there now. Because the truth is, we are all learning this together. One pause, one breath, one moment of awareness at a time. And like I said, if any of this resonates with you, if you're feeling any of it in your chest right now, you're in the right place. What that means is you're part of something bigger now. Part of a space that's safe, supportive, and always there when you need it. And if you want to hear more about my 5 stages of awareness model, the video is coming out in a few days' time, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for listening.